Hello, everybody. Today's workshop is going to be an interesting and tough one because we're going to be looking at the Sustainable Development Goals, five of them that the Max IQ as a company focuses on, right? It's important you know them because this workshop you need to pay attention to these five because you'll have to. It's basically an assignment, right? And you'll have to send to me a small report of how everything you have learned so far concerning the applications, how you can use satellite enabled IoT in various applications, what you learned about space missions, your tiny GS ground station, all that, right? How you can use all this knowledge to achieve the objectives of the five sustainable development goals that Max IQ focuses on. So let's go through them. You have goal number 3, ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. I'll send you these links. You'll see that on these pages you have an overview here, you have targets and indicators, and then you have progress and info. So you have to go and read this. Okay, you have a bit of an overview here. Look at the targets and the indicators of each goal. For 3, you have target 3.1 and you have the indicators down here. Okay, so what do you measure? What quantity gives you some idea as to whether or not we're making progress on this particular target? It's important because then it gets your mind going about how what you have acquired as knowledge and the kit you have in your hand. I need you really to, within the tiny GS context, to imagine how it can be an instrument towards achieving these goals. Okay, if we look at this, for example, by 2030 we want to reduce the global maternal mortality ratio to less than 70 per 100,000 live births. I think it's pretty clear. How might you contribute to not necessarily each and every one of them? I'll give you the detail to which you are expected to dive into your reports, but go through these to understand very well the the targets and the indicators. You can also read on the progress and the information that there is so far. Okay, so that's one. It's goal number 3. Second, goal number 7, ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. In the same way, you have the overview. You can look at the targets here, read them, understand them. Um, we have some indicators for each of the targets that you can consult, and similarly you have progress and info. Read this, absorb this information, try to wrap your head around it. And the idea, without going too technical, without really diving into too much of scientific details, I would like you to really imagine how the kit you have and knowledge you have acquired during these workshops, how can that help you to propose ways to achieve these goals? That's the main objective of this workshop. Goal number 11 is the third one Max IQ focuses on. Make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Some of these are more obvious than others when it comes to imagining the applicability. I'm sure you can see that. but same principle. You go through the targets, you look at the indicators, and you look at the progress and the info. You read them and you make your proposal as it will be detailed. The fourth one Max IQ focuses on is goal number 13. Take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. All right. It might seem clear, but take the time to read through the targets and the indicators, please. It's very important. Progress and info. You can see most of them it's not a lot to read. So I know sometimes some people are a bit lazy. Take that out of your head, dive in, read, absorb the material. The fifth one Max IQ focuses on is goal number 15. Protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification, and halt and reverse land degradation and halt biodiversity loss. Same, you have to look at the targets, okay? Look at the indicators for each target, understand them, and read the progress and the info. Okay? So right right now you should think, how can I what kind of a solution can I propose with what I have? Even you can even go beyond what the and I hinted to that in the workshop about satellite enabled IoT applications. I hinted to what the TinyGS community could do in terms of different ways satellite operators might decide to use their satellites, and the value of the data that you will be downloading from the comfort of your home, right? So feel free to let your imagination loose and think about uh, what could this data be that you're downloading? Where might it come from if it were to contribute to achieving these sustainable development goals? And how would it all work together? I'm going to give you in the quiz related to this particular workshop details about how you have to go about producing your report. But this is an important one. It is a lot of work, yes, but it is something you have to do. Otherwise, it becomes difficult to measure whether or not you can grab everything you've learned and compile it into solutions that are pragmatic and practical towards achieving sustainable development goals, which is an important thing. Okay, I look forward to what you're going to produce. You will find the details in the text of the quiz following this workshop.